What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be starting here in a minute. We're just waiting for all the YouTube algorithm stuff to happen and pop. And we're going to be talking about Summer Field Day. Woot! Oh, there's the pictures. Yeah, those are funny, man. Just wait for an additional minute, and we will start here soon. Let's see who's in the audience tonight. We got Wayne in attendance. He's taking a nap. And we got Jeff. Yeah. Alrighty then, we're making sure mics are tuned up properly and the audio's turned down a little bit. Here we go, and we're gonna start off the bat as always. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank, KG5AHJ, and today we're going to be talking about Summer Field Day. It's going to be fun. So let's go ahead and kick this off right by playing that awesome intro video. Quick shout out to all my Patreons who makes the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio. What is up? How y'all doing? We're going to be talking about Summer Field Day that is coming up this weekend, or this next weekend. It's Sunday, but this coming weekend. I hope everyone is set up and ready to go, got all your plans ironed out, and it's going to be fun, and maybe some weather plans, because don't forget to also check that weather for Field Day, because I haven't yet. I got to pull it up for us. Now, being Texas, it's probably not going to rain, but we will see here in a minute. Let's go ahead and start off the bat, as always, with the rundown. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Y'all make this channel happen more than ever right now. While I'm going through the hard time here, y'all support for Tank Radio is going to keep this channel going. And thank you to the Patreon supporters and also the YouTube members to make that happen. I really do appreciate it. Super Chat and Buy Me a Beers are active. The link to the Buy Me a Beer is in the description, and Super Chat is right there. Stickers. One of these days I'll make a sticker pop up. I have stickers over at Grapevine Amateur Radio, along with great t-shirts and a new blackout t-shirt, which is amazing, and mouse pads over at HCQRP, and boonies over there on Gigaparts. All the links for everything is below, and you can go ahead and click on them, and that will be awesome. Also, while you're at Gigaparts, 5% off you get while using Tank at checkout. Use Tank at checkout and you get 5% off select items. Use them with the link in the description, and you will you see all the items that are available. Finally, Audio podcasts. Audio podcasts are released every week. Unlike the live stream, the live streams every other week, but every week there's an audio release, and these audio podcasts are fun. And it's with me and my friends talking, and also the some of the live streams here on YouTube are released every week over there on my audio podcast. You go ahead and search Tank Radio in any audio podcaster app you have, and you'll find me, Tank Radio, and those are so much fun to do. And today is the third Sunday, which is my regular meeting with the Tank Radio Commanders. And this meeting, I just hang out with all the commander level supporters, and we just talk about what's going on the channel and what's going on behind the scenes, and a little bit what's just going on all of our lives. And next month, if you're a supporter at any level, we're going to do Christmas in July, because in Christmas, I usually do an audio podcast with all the supporters at any level. And then we decided the last one, hey, you know what? These are so much fun. Let's do them twice a year now. And we got Christmas in July. And go ahead and that is our all supporter meeting. So we're going to have lots of fun and maybe smoking a cigar in July. That means I'll probably have to set up in the garage because it's going to be too hot outside. But it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. With that, I something that happened with one of my guests, and the other one hasn't joined yet, so it's just me right now. Um, Don, you know what the link is. If you want to go ahead and join, and Jeff, go ahead and join at the regular link. Let's talk about Summer Field Day, and we can talk about that and look at what's going on. I need to get one of the scenes set up for the Zoom, or not the Zoom, the Chrome window, because I haven't done that yet. Of course, I'm doing everything on the fly. Let's go back to the chat real fast. Don dropped a $50 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. That is amazing for cigars, and I will definitely use that for cigar money. And cutting back a little bit on the smoking cigars. Oh, Don doesn't have a camera tonight. Bummer, man. Um, so we're going to be talking about Summer Field Day. Field Day is coming up, and Field Day is the one day we all get on the bands. It's a giant contest across the HF bands to make contacts, and it's also a show of support on how active this community is on the HF bands, and how we can get up and set up radios in the field, because it also helps promote amateur radio and preparedness for field day. The term field day is used so that you can originally to encourage us to set up in the fields. A lot of clubs will go out and set up their radios in parks and activates in parks and other public areas for 24 hours, and it is great fun. What the site I'm showing here is ARRL Field Day, and I just dropped that. Oh, ha! I'm logged in on the wrong account. Oops, for the chat, and you won't see that. I did not see that. It shouldn't have been like that. Something might have happened when I rebooted. So let's get that corrected right now. Sorry. Things I fix when I have a guest, I tell them to just talk real fast. Where is the chat overlay? And I'll be watching the chat for any questions. And please ask them, and we will cover them. And let's see if we get that fixed. Boom! That is fixed. And now let's go to this website. Bam. Bam. Why is it still posting to be frank? I do not want to be to be frank. Howdy, Jason. I'm doing fine. Just flying by the seam of my pants today. Paul says he just got home. Be in joining in a minute. And I don't know why this window keeps coming up to be frank. So I'm just going to have to do it over here. There, that one's Tank Radio. Boom. Now we got into a chat. And I'm going to fix this by moving this over here and there. And we're back on track. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if I'm going to have able to do the pop-up chat this time because it keeps going to be frank, and I need it to be Tank Radio. And to be frank is my other channel I'm using for uh, life updates and what's going on behind the scenes for well, just life updates for me and um, getting back up on my feet. If you want to go ahead and look for that channel, it's To Be Frank Radio, and that search should there. Okay, I think I got everything straightened out. Sorry about that. There we go. Thank you, Don, for dropping that link. The ARRL website here. All right, I'm back on track. Back on track. The ARRL website, it gives all of the information about ARRL and all the field day event. This year is June 28th and 29th. And just moving a couple things around so I'm not looking over on this other screen. The links right above are the links that we can use to go to the rules for the ARRL. We look at those in a bit and go over the categorization. That is going to be important. And where's the other one? ARRL Field Day Locator. If you're not a part of a club, and let me transition so I can talk with my hands, and you want to go and hang out and see what Field Day is, you can use the locator to find a ARRL club in your area. So if we go over here and do a search, let's look for Euless, Texas, because that's where I am, and search. Boom. Here's all the registered clubs that have registered themselves to be a field day location, and you can go ahead and try to reach out to these clubs probably beforehand. And yes, oh, there we go. Zoom in and see if they're able to work you in and see if you can operate with them. So let's go ahead and click on this one here. I bet it's the Hearst Club, W5HRC. Yep, the Hearst Amateur Radio Club. This is the address of where they're going to be operating. They're not going to have a get on the air station. The contact person is going to be Chris, and here is their email address. Whoops, I didn't realize there was a phone number there. And then go ahead and reach out to them and see what their plans are, and if they're able to host you, or they'll probably just tell you, come on out, hang out, and they just to get on the air and operate with them. Let's go to this scene here. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll bring you on. We got Jeff joining, one of my tank radio commanders. We were talking about field day earlier, and Paul he is coming in too. So howdy y'all. Thanks for joining. Doing all right. Here we go. We'll get y'all unmuted, and there we go. I was just talking about how to find a club in your area for if you're not a part of an amateur radio club and you didn't want to operate at home, how to use the ARRL Field Day Locator to find a club in your area. And of course, the Dallas-Fort Worth area to being the big and popular with the radio clubs. Let me find the right transition scene because I moved things around. Share? No. Okay, I'm back on track. There we go. Boom. It'll show us all the clubs that are registered through the ARRL. Other thing to point on field day is the rules. We'll talk about the rules here in a minute, and other social media stuff. Let's go ahead and Paul, you're going to be joining me for field day coming up this weekend. We're going to be running stations over at a state park, and we got a cabin. Of course, this cabin has AC because you need that in Texas.
That's right.
And Jeff, we were talking earlier about field day plans, and you were just gonna hang out and operate at home mostly.
I am hanging out at home. I will be looking for some coax that I can't currently locate.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can find the coax, then I'll probably toss up a infed half wave and see who I can make contacts with.
That sounds like fun. If you could find that coax, what happened to the coax?
I packed things away when I uh, went south for the winter, and I haven't found it since.
Oops.
Yikes.
That does happen. Um, I'm hoping you'll be able to find it because you don't have to be a part of a club. You can operate at home and
Yep.
be
Mm-hmm.
a home station operation, and you're not going to be don't need to be a part of the club. Um, we're going to be running. I think I haven't figured out our call sign yet. I still need to reach out and ask a couple one of our friends to see if we can use their call sign. Um, but a great thing about operating under field day is because you're going to be operating under a club call, and if your club call is an extra, then you can operate on the extra bands under their club call. And even if you're a technician, this is a great way to go out and get your feet wet on the HF bands and see what they're all about. Because I'm going to guarantee you, after you had that bite and little taste, HF is so much fun. That's where field days where I started loving HF, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this at home and start doing POTA on my own. Sweet, got that working now. But we are going to be operating potentially 3 stations at our park, and we're going to be doing all the bands. I think all the bands, right?
Should be able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a dipole for 6 meters, so should be
Mhm.
able to do 6 too.
And the bands, they say we're going to be able to work mostly the work bands, the 160, which we're not going to touch. We might have an 80, but we're going to be 40, 20, and 15 and 10. Is six on there? I thought we said 6
It's
were on here.
50 megahertz and above. If you look
Mhm.
at the far right of that sentence.
Okay. So yeah, we'll also be we're going to try to do 6. 6 will be fun. I know
Yeah.
our friend N8YO does a lot of 6-meter FT8. Can we use FT8 as part of the modes?
I believe so.
Sweet.
I think they have what WSJTX has it, the settings in there now that allow you to switch it into field day contest mode.
Because it says any mode supporting field day exchange is allowed. It doesn't
I'm
have.
opening it.
Yeah.
Check.
I'm looking at the rules right now, and we're just going to talk about a bit about the rules.
So yeah, when you go into WSJTX
Yep.
under File then Settings on the very far tab that says Advanced.
Do you want to share your screen if you can?
Oh, sure, yeah. Let me see here. What's that?
Oh, yep, I allowed you.
Okay. And I want to do this screen, I believe.
Sweet.
Is that WSJTX?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to go to File, Settings, and then on the far tab here, you're going to click Advanced. And then down here, you're going to check the box that says Special Operating Activity. Normally, this is unchecked. And when you check that, you're going to come over here to the right. It's already selected because last time I guess I used it. You're going to check ARRL Field Day. And over here, you're going to put your exchange. So last year, my exchange was 1A NTX for North Texas. That's it.
That's it. We'll talk about the exchange in a minute. So you were running 1 Alpha in North Texas.
Yep. Which I believe is portable power. I can't remember which one that is. Portable or off-grid power, something like that. I can't remember.
And we got the objectives. I'm trying to find where it talks about the exchange in the rules. It talks about logging, results, logging, field day, site locator, rules, and format. Okay, let's poke that.
the ARRL, I can't remember if it was July or June, probably June, had a good sheet in there that gives you a checklist to check off all the extra points and stuff too. So
Mm-hmm.
it's in my other room. I don't have it with me, but it was kind of nice in the magazine.
Oh, that is nice. Let me control zero this. I had it zoomed in so we can look at it a little bit better. Terms, entries, bans, and modes. It's probably going to have to be here somewhere. But the exchange, I'm trying to find where it describes all the stations, like the alpha and outside and EOC and clubs.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Let me see. Let me mute this though real quick here. There we go. Okay. Let me try here. Oops, that's the band chart.
The get on the air station doesn't count towards your stations.
Yeah.
That's the GOTA get on the air, and that it can be operated by anybody with a oversight operator. You don't even have to be licensed, but there are special rules for submitting those contacts. Just look at the rules for that, because we're not going to run that Class A. Field day group
Entry.
operating Class A or F are, man, they really make that small.
Hmm. I didn't think it was this difficult to find.
Right?
Oh, here's field day rules. See if that does it.
Now, if y'all have any questions in the chat, I'm watching for those too. Results.
Categories. Let's see. Free VHF station.
Entry categories. A field day category is the maximum number of simultaneously transmitting signals. So that's the number. How many stations you have transmitting simultaneously. So you can have 4, 5, or 6 different radios set up, but if you're only operating 2 at a time, then you'll be a 2 station, and that is the number. 20 transmitters maximum allowed for eligibility. I wonder who's running 20. Wow.
Oh, look at the results. I thought there was more on one of them. There's one, when you look at the results, I remember seeing one that was like 20 or whatever stations and a letter. And I'm like, what freaking club is running this? 20 stations.
Yep. And I saw, thank you, Don. I was almost there. Here we go. Class A is for a club, not a non-club portable. A club or a non-club portable group made of 3 or more persons set up a special field day station.
What did I do last year? I can't even remember. Non-club portable. I must have done an actual field day. I can't even remember.
I thought you were with us last year. You came out and hung
Was
out
I
with
with
us. Yeah.
I know I did winter field day. Did I do regular field day too?
Oh no, I don't even remember where we did last field day. Where
Oh,
did
gosh,
we
I
do
can
that
remember,
summer field day? Did
I
we
can
do it at the
remember winter.
beach? It might have been the beach.
I wouldn't have been at the beach.
Okay. Class A or F can have a get on the air station. A Class B is a battery operated club or non club portable. A club or non club portable is 3 or more persons set up a special field day station. All contacts must be made with power output power of 5 watts or less.
Oh yeah, that's why I was A, because I was non-club portable.
Okay. So you're
Yeah, I
just
was using
operating yourself.
it's just QRP, and I was by myself. That's why it was one. It was by myself. I think I just operated from home QRP. I
So
had my battery backup connected.
Interesting. A battery. Class B is 2 or more person operating a station set up by no members with 2 except the eligibility of A's. Then there's battery for A, 2 on non-portable. So these are, you don't have to say you just be a class B if you're running battery. with one
Mm-hmm.
or two people.
Yep.
Then Class C is for mobile stations. Class D. So if you're going to be operating at home, Jeff, this will be you. You'll be a Class D, 1D, one. Uh,
I'll be a Class B.
you'll be a Class B.
I'm off grid, so everything I run is battery.
Okay. Yeah, but if you're just set up using your home power, shore power, then you'd be a D.
Yep.
There's an E, emergency power, home, but emergency power. Using emergency power for transmitter and receivers. Class E is for field day station. Class F is for an EOC station. Some clubs operate at an EOC, and they're going to be classified as a Class F, and those are pretty cool. Where you're able to operate within a city's EOC.
Also, with the home station, I believe it's still the same that you can if you're at home. I think if your radios are running, it depends on what the radio power is, right? I
Mm-hmm.
believe. So you could be at home running your computer and logging and all that on home power, but I think your radio has to be on. Like you could do battery power from home if your radio is on battery power.
Yes,
I think.
that
Yeah.
that is correct. So your radios, your transmitters, and if you're using a power amplifier, all need to be on the emergency powers.
Mhm.
But your home router and if you're using for logging and your laptop can be plugged into the main power.
Yeah.
Because that's secondary. The main point is to operate the radio's primary on a emergency powers. Let's
Well,
see here.
Don running an EOC, huh?
Don's
With
going to be running the
Richardson
EOC.
Club.
Mm-hmm. Class D can be also have a shore power. The home station, yes. The exchange, the ARRL exchange. The exchange is different. It's kind of like POTA, but you're going to be exchanging your classification and then your region. The region is what part of the country you're designated for. The area. I wonder if we can. Why is it not doing something? My Chrome is not scrolling now.
Chrome's been giving a lot of people errors lately.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not letting me post in the right account. Um,
Hmm.
oh, it's maybe I don't know. Control 5, maybe, maybe,
I'm pretty
maybe.
sure it's not Control Alt Delete.
All of Chrome is locked up. Oh, here it
Well,
comes.
actually,
Here it comes.
okay.
It's back. It's back. I don't know why it did that. There we go. I got to start again to find where I was at. So your the exchange will be you're going to exchange your call sign, of course, then your classification and your area. And you do not need to exchange signal reports. Is that correct? If I remember that part right.
Yeah, I think it's just like mine was 1A NTX, North Texas
Mm-hmm.
1A.
Here we
I don't
go.
recall doing any I mean you might have 5 nines, on it, but I don't think that's part of the actual
Mm-hmm.
exchange for points.
All right. So says the exchange, 3 Alpha, Connecticut. Okay. Yep. So no, you do not have to exchange the signal reports. Just exchange your call sign, your classification, and what area or region you're in. Um, then there's some miscellaneous rules. I did link to this in the chat, and this will be also linked in our description for today. If you want more information and to read it all up, you find it there, and boom, it's in the chat and also the description. A little bit about our plans. We are going to be operating at Cooper Lake State Park, and That is up here south of Paris. Here we go. And we're going to be in this area somewhere. And we got ourselves a cabin. And I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to hanging out with both you and
Yeah.
Robert this weekend.
We're
And
going to have fun.
oh man, we're going to be smoking cigars, drinking some whiskey, and just enjoying the day, man. We got good meals planned. We got breakfast planned. We got everything. One thing I did ask, or not ask, but one thing I said we should look at is the weather.
Oh,
Let's go
yeah.
ahead and look at that. Cooper Lake, Texas. Because I think we are going to be safe because I don't see any rain on our horizon. Cooper Lake, Wyoming. Nope, that's not what I want.
Weather.com is extremely slow.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Let's just look for Sulphur Springs. Did you get it pulled up before I?
No, it's just like sitting here
Yeah, mine
waiting.
too. Waiting. Yeah. Oh well, we'll just look at Euless. Close enough. Tomato, tomato. I don't think there's going to be any rain on the forecast for this coming weekend. And now we got an ad. Come on, close the ad. All right, here's the 10-day. We're going to be up. Oh, we're going to be up close to the hundreds. That is classic of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And the humidity is not that much. Is that humidity or is that rain chances? That's
rain chance. I think you have to click on the day.
47% humidity. Why has Texas been so humid lately?
That's not too bad, actually. Anything under 50 I can deal with.
Yeah, 51 the first Friday. Thursday when we're going to get there 55. It's going to be bright though. So luckily we're going to be operating mostly inside. I'm looking forward to that. And what radios are you planning on bringing?
I think I'm just going to bring my 7300. This will be the first time I've actually like really used it, other than just playing with it on the desk here. So I see 7300.
I'm going to be bringing my Yaesu FT DX10, and I'm going to bring several antennas because we talked about running verticals to have a more omnidirectional transmission for us, and I do like that idea. Robert said he's going to try to help me fix one of my antennas. I had an issue with it, and hopefully we can get that up and running. I'm also bringing my alpha antenna, and you're going to run that. Oh, I'm looking forward to running that new alpha antenna. That is, let me see if I can bring that up real fast for us. What antennas are you bringing?
I think my paper, I think, is in my bag, but I think the Alpha Hex Tenna, that one can be tuned, I think, with the whips. It's kind of like a Yagi, basically, but kind of at an angle. I think it's tuned, if you pull the whips all the way out, is 20 meters tuned. And then I got two 6-meter ham sticks and that like a clamp type thing, dipole. So you put the ham sticks in and basically make a ham stick dipole for 6 meters. And that should work really well. You don't need to put it up very high, so that should work good for our 6-meter station.
Nice.
And then I'll probably throw in my chameleon setup or something like that.
I believe this is the antenna I got over at Alpha Antenna, the 6 to 80 meter. I believe I got a 40. I don't see it on their website. I am going to be opening it up and doing the first view over on the park, so I can't wait and get it up and testing. If I can find time Monday, I can run out to a park and see if I can get it going in a POTA. And I think
lengths is it? What lengths are the
it is 34 feet long. So
not
this
total, is it?
And 6 through 80 and fed
Wow, that's really
34
short.
foot antenna. Yep.
Wow. I guess I have one like that. I've got 3 different wire lengths from Chameleon for my match. So Alpha makes basically the same thing, which is like you see there, like you got.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll be interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And this one says that we can get on to 20.
Yeah, it's probably I'm sure you can use 6 through 80 with a tuner perhaps on most of the bands, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is an end-fed half wave, so you need a tuner.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. And if I like this antenna, it's gonna be my home installation. I'm really looking forward to liking this antenna.
Well, if you can make a 34-foot end-fed work, anybody can use that. Even in an HOA, small yard like mine.
Jason says, it works. He approves.
The Jason stamp of approval.
Mm-hmm. Then other field day plans. I'm going to be cooking breakfast, and that's going to be fun. I'm going to be doing eggs and like a breakfast burrito. I really like doing breakfast burritos. They're easy and easy
Simple
to
and
assemble.
delicious.
Yeah. I'm bringing my skillets. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about our meeting, and I keep forgetting to put this in our chat. We might need to bring bedding,
Okay.
just like we did over at Dangerfield.
Yeah, I was just planning on bringing my cot and my sleeping pad and then my sleeping bag. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah. So I was gonna bring bedding. I was gonna take one of the beds, and I was gonna throw a cot up there too, just in case, also. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I haven't decided what to make for what do I have? I have Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday dinner. I haven't decided yet, but I got to look at the list and trying to get some overtime this week. So hopefully Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I can get some overtime. I'm supposed to work into Thursday, but I'm trying to move it earlier in the week so that I can get up there sooner. So we'll see. But as of now, I'll get up there Friday morning.
Okay, that's cool. Me and Robert are planning to head out Thursday, and I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to set up radios Thursday night. We're just gonna get there and relax, because we just to catch up, and that's gonna be fun. So Friday we'll set up the radios and antennas, and I'm thinking about doing Friday night, record another Texas Hams podcast live. Just
That's
hang
cool.
out on the patio and do a recording. That means I need to also bring the extra mic pack, and that's fine. So far though, I got all the I got my clothes packed already. I start early. Tomorrow I'm going to be working on getting the equipment, the radios, all pulled in, and yes, we got Dawn coming in.
Did you? Jason's saying you got the 25 Ultra,
25 Ultra,
the Samsung, or is he playing? Jason said. I think you just bought a new phone, S25 Ultra.
Still using. Oh, that's where did he say that? Tank just bought a new phone, a 25 Ultra. No, he bought just a new phone.
Oh, he's telling you he bought it.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay.
I'm not. I don't have that phone. Oh, I'm upside down. Let me correct that.
Yeah.
I was wondering what was going on.
We're all getting nauseous. Just kidding.
Well, I changed the camera and I messed with some settings, and I didn't correct all the scenes. I'm finding them as I go and fixing them. What up? What's up, Don?
I got a delivery from Walmart that doesn't belong to me, and anyway, doesn't matter. But I am the captain or field day captain for K5CCL in Gun Barrel City.
Okay.
So yeah, when you guys are going over the rules, I'm like, yeah, we've already gone over all of that in the club. So
well,
I'm kind of familiar with all of that stuff.
We talked about them personally and how we're going to handle it, but I was just scrambling to find where the sections are because I haven't read all of them. I just perused it.
Yeah, Class A and is normally like, if you're an individual, you're going to be running like on emergency power of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with a club. And then if you're class D, you're sitting at home plugged into your shore power and all of that stuff. And like I said, there is, and this is my understanding, there are no amplifiers. So your max power, from my understanding, is 100 watts.
Really?
Yes, you're not. The thing is, when I've operated field day before, it's pretty obvious people are running amplifiers. So nobody's going to say anything. But there are things in the rules that say, don't use like QRO 100 type amplifiers. Now, beams are okay. So if you want to get, power or whatever, you can definitely put a beam out there and run a beam. But I'm going to take my FT1 Optimum.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take my FTDX10 and my 7300, and we're going to run 3 alpha. So
Max.
that's the,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the thing I've been getting. In fact, I have a video on my channel of the some things that I bought when Jason was doing that Let's Make a Deal with
Yep.
Gigaparts
Yep.
that I have been putting together to take to field day, and I put a video out on that. One of them is the Teletron 45-foot mast.
Wow.
I built that, got that up. Man, those things are
What did that run
inexpensive.
on the discount?
189.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it was. I got one last year, I think for 129. It was 35 foot, and I got it home and I built it, and I thought, man, these things are nice. So like when Jason had started this before the stream started, they were already making deals, and I went in there and I said, well, I'd like the 45-foot mast, and I looked at it and I thought, well, $50 off is, a good deal. So I asked for 200. And they came back at 189. I said, oh, hell yeah. And I got 2 of them.
Nice.
Because they are really, really nice masts. They're, and when you get them, you build them yourself. They come in the, you get the pieces of fiberglass,
Mhm.
and then the little clips come as a separate, wrapped up bit. And you have to put those on. That's all you have to do. I think it
Yeah,
took me an hour.
I have
and
I have the 25 and 40 something, 45, 40. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. That
Could
has
be.
those little snap. You clamp it down and raise it up. That's what I use every week for putting up end feds.
Yeah, did you ever did you build it or did you
Mhm.
put it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it came just like you said. All
Okay.
the tubes are in one thing, and then that is like a set of accessories that you just Allen wrench tight to a certain point. Yeah, I think it's the same one.
And
If I
you gotta
didn't
kind
already
of,
have it, I would have bought it for 190. That's a good deal.
yeah, and that was 45 foot. Yeah, and they have a 55, but the 45 is it is, when you pick it up, it is hefty.
Yeah.
And I've got in the video, I'm showing you the end of it. You can see how thick it is. So it would easily hold up like I've got some Moxons that are aluminum. It would easily hold that up. No
So
problem.
I think I found it here, and we got an answer in the chat too. I just wanted to find it before I called it out. Power multipliers. For the power multiplier for power out for class A, B, and C cannot exceed 500 watts. That's a PEP, transmit output. Power out for class D, E, and F cannot exceed 100 watts peak envelope power.
Yeah, so that's where I was getting at home. You can't be like firing up your kilowatt amplifier because that's class D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there a better amplifier? Is there a better multiplier if you're using lower power?
Oh,
can't
hell
remember.
yeah. If you use QRP, and there are stations that are planning on
Mhm.
using QRP, like
Mhm.
5 watts,
Yeah.
and they're running all modes. I think Josh's team is doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and they get like a 10x multiplier. So
Oh.
every torque
Wow.
that they get is times 10, And then CW is 2 points and FT8 is 2 points. SSB is 1.
All right, Frank, we're gonna have
So-
to crank our radios down to 10 watts.
No,
Yeah.
no. Jason Lockwood, thank you for
10
the super
times
chat. I
multiplier.
appreciate it.
Yeah. If you read in there, I saw Frank was reading over it. It mentioned the multipliers in some of the classes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
there was a worksheet they had, and they had it at the top.
and remember, one of you guys, if you're going to do this, and of course I'm giving you extra points that against my club here, but if one of you would designate themselves as the safety officer.
Oh, Paul
and
already
perform the
volunteered.
duties- Oh, okay, there you go.
I have an
I
orange
missed
shirt
that.
from my club and everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna make them
Yeah.
wear it on Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah, you're also supposed to bring a first aid kit and have one available.
I
And
got one in
bought
the
that-
truck.
Yeah, I bought that one that you recommended, Paul.
Oh yeah, that's what I have in my
Yeah.
truck. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got the same one.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
gonna
great.
take
It's a
that.
great kit.
And it's 5 watts, not 10 watts to classify
Right,
as QRP.
5
Oh, okay.
5 watts. And I mean, in today's conditions, that's probably
Yeah.
going to be fine. I'm going to run 100. I am not. I'm more out there for fun than points.
Yeah.
And the Richardson Wireless Club, this is what I was talking about. They run Class F, and they run it at the EOC in Richardson, Texas, and it is air conditioned. And they have a 300-foot tower in the back of the EOC
Ooh.
with amateur radio antennas on it for emergencies, and those are perfectly okay to use.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we haven't used them in the past just because we like to set up our own antennas, and there were some issues with them that we need to work with the EOC to get those corrected, that where we were getting a lot of interference with like 6 meters and 20 meters and stuff like that, which we shouldn't even get. So we know the cabling going up there is bad, but they haven't fixed that. So we build our own antennas and put them out ourselves. And again, this is the Richardson Club. They have a tower that the portable kind that comes in on the trailer. They have one of those that
Nice.
belongs to the fire station, and they'll set that up. And they only usually put 6 meter antennas on. And because your 6 meter station, your technicians can run it without like help. I think that's why the rule is there. But those are considered free stations. So if you're running 3 alpha, you can have a 4th station on 6 meters, and it's basically, quote, a free station. So if you're got technicians or something, they can run it themselves. They don't have to have a control operator sitting there and operate 6.
I know
got-
you're right.
10 doesn't count.
I was trying to find that in the rules.
I got 3
Uh,
QRP radios now because this came yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
You-
What is
you
that?
Need you
The
need the little,
Z-Bitix.
you need the little chuck thing for
Yeah, it's got like double A's here or something.
18650s.
Oh, is that what they did? Oh, yeah, they're bigger. I've
The
got
old
those in the garage.
18650s.
Oh,
And
yeah, that's
then-
why I got it.
Chuck created this, and it clips over this to make it look
Nice.
neat.
I should grab that ARRL magazine, Frank, and just show real quick that page.
Yeah, if you want.
It's cool because it's got a cool checklist to help you get the extra points. Let
There-
me grab it.
There is it? Hold on, before you run,
Or maybe it's online.
Is it this checklist?
It might be in there.
This is a
Scroll
form submission, and it
down
has
further.
contacts, the bonus.
No, I think that's the
Yeah.
submission. But yeah, that checklist, I think you're highlighted right
Yeah.
there. But it's just one page in the magazine that has a little box next to each one.
Oh,
So you can check it as you go.
yeah. So
Basically the same list, I
yeah,
think.
100% emergency power, maximum of 20 transmitters. Oh, so that's the maximum. So
Mhm.
emergency, you
Yeah.
can only have up to 20 transmitters. Public media to be publicized, set up in a public area location, information
Yep.
booth, Message from the ARRL to copy down that message. M1, I don't remember.
W1AW.
Yeah, W1AW field day message. Then satellite contact. Robert, ching. Natural power QSOs completed. What is that? Natural
Don't
power
know.
QSOs.
Natural would be what? Sun?
So
That's the
okay,
only
so
sun or wind, I guess.
okay. I will search that in a minute. I'm going to put that here because that I want it a little more. Oh, please don't leave. I'll put it there. Sites visited by elected official. Sites visited by surveyed by agency official.
That means for y'all, if you're out at a park,
Mhm.
get the ranger to come by where
Yeah.
you're, when you're
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
Yes. That
Oh,
counts.
Nice.
remember Dangerfield? The ranger came by and just like, what is going on? Mark that
Yeah.
down as a visit.
He visited,
Mhm.
or she.
A youth activity, an educational activity, a get on the air bonus station, submitted using the ARRL online, have a safety officer for class A only, have a site responsible bonus, EBC, okay, and social media. Make a post on Twitter about it. There's your social media.
See, I just said that K5CCL is doing it on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
That counts.
YouTube is social media.
Ah,
It does. It does.
Problem
it
is,
counts.
between Frank, Robert, and I, we just don't know much about social media, so we're gonna have.
yeah, I know. This
Yeah,
stream's going nowhere. We don't know what's going on. Natural power to encourage groups for many years have used alternative power sources rather than commercial power to generate and run field day operations. To encourage this, an easy 100 points may be earned by making at least 5 QSOs using natural power source. Wind, solar, water, methane, organic alcohol.
Or
What?
grain alcohol.
Y-
Grain alcohol.
Yeah, sorry.
So
dry
your bottle
batteries
of
do not-
whiskey, Frank, you can bring that and burn it. And if you can generate electricity off it and make a contact with it, you've satisfied
So
that.
does this? So it says sorry, dry cell batteries do not include as alternative power. So does just running off of our batteries and charging our batteries count for alternative, or we need to be 100% alternative? So, all that running by solar.
I believe 100%.
So
Now,
Yeah. How many watts would you need to run a 100-watt radio, though? Just from your solar panels.
Well, what I'm curious about, it says gas or, like gas. So does that mean a propane generator would count as a way of generating that power?
wind, water, organic
gas.
alcohol are qualified. I didn't see. Here it is again.
Did it
Organic
say gas?
alcohol.
No.
I thought it said gas or
I
grain
thought I heard
alcohol.
something. Yeah.
Solar, wind, water,
Methane.
or
We
green
need to stop
alcohol.
by.
Methane is a gas.
We need to stop by a cattle ranch, collect some cow pies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So if we had a huge solar setup, and we could generate enough watts, we could probably run the G90 for a little bit.
That's true.
Well, if you could get enough solar to, like power on one of Adam's little, tins,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
those things he builds.
And would you say 5 QSOs or 10?
I get that,
5.
Eric, but
At least 5
methane,
QSOs.
methane
Mhm.
is a gas as well, and you can convert propane generators to methane.
Mm-hmm.
So I've
Now,
got
whether
two
somebody's done that or not, I don't.
So the
I've got
chat's
2
agreeing
sets of solar panel. I
propane's
think
not. Yeah, I have 2 sets as
Mhm.
also, and I
Look at
have
how-
a power pole hub that we can put
Oh.
them all together, and
Mhm.
that will give us hopefully enough watts to make the jump.
Mhm.
Yeah. By the way, one thing I've seen before is, have you ever seen those guys that get up on the bicycles and pedal and generate
Yes.
electricity?
Oh yeah,
I have seen that be used for that.
that's funny. That's funny.
Hey, Jeff, you want to ride a bike? Oh,
As I said, I'm off grid, so all my
Mhm.
power is coming from the sun. So whatever
Mhm.
I use is going to be powered. So that's good. That's an easy one.
Mhm.
I just need to make my contact, so I need my
Mhm.
coax.
Well, we are coming up on the top of the hour here, gentlemen. Thank y'all
Mhm.
for joining on short notice, Jeff and Don. I really do appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It helped the stream a lot, and thank you both, and thank y'all. You're both commanders. I appreciate everything y'all do for me.
Sure.
We're gonna go ahead and go around the room here and just give us a quick shout on what's your channel and what's coming up uh, on your channel. Don, we're gonna start with you, man.
I'm Don N5SKT. If you look on YouTube, you'll see my channel. Currently, I have that one video up with the going over the things I'm doing for field day. But prior to that and continuing on, I'm working on that uh, uh, performance array solutions vertical phased array deal.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it is. I've already built the kit and I've made a couple of videos on it, the unboxing video and showing what you had to do in the kit. I'd already built it and I show it. So the next step is really to get the antennas out and get it started working. So I'll have another video on that, say in a few weeks, but I've got to get through field day first before I can move on to that. So that's where I'm going.
Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Jeff, are you still got a channel?
I have a channel. I don't think I posted on it in probably 2 years.
Okay,
So
come on back.
I used to do extras, live stream extras, studying for my extra. I probably should. I don't know if I'll live stream it, but I probably should be studying for my extra still.
Hmm.
I need to get that out of the way.
Well, thank you for joining, and good luck on studying. That is one of the harder ones, but it can be done. No, the reason why I know it can be done, I know Don has it, and also Paul.
I've got it, so you can do it.
Paul, what's your channel and what's coming up?
Prep Ham Paul every Sunday night, 8:30 Central, usually after Jason's stream. I just do a live stream and have guests on usually. Some regular, some not regular, some irregular. Tonight I've been out of town. I just got back. That's why I was late coming into the stream here. So I'm probably just going to do a live stream on setting up my RTL SDR. Just a basic setup. I've got the little bunny ears and just play around with that for a little bit before getting to bed into much needed sleep. And then this field day, probably do some kind of a live stream or maybe do the Palomar Industries. I got that kit through Jason's stream with the discount, and maybe show how to add the chokes and all that kind of stuff to it, just for something to do.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining. I look forward to hanging out with you this coming weekend. And thank you all for hanging out with us. Just a quick shout out to Don, Super Chat for cigars. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate
No problem.
And Jason Lockwood, another Super Chat. I thank you. And the best comment of the stream, I'm going to bring it up here again. It's by The Knoll. Run your U-Bit-X on Potato Power. Science, 8th grade science fair.
Yeah, that's
Do it.
That is true.
How many potatoes do I need to bring?
Well, we'll just go to the grocery store. We'll figure it out.
Go get a 20-pound bag.
Then have Frank fry them up afterwards.
Yes. Yes, that's how we're gonna do it. Y'all hang out for a second. Thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you to all my Tank Radio supporters. Mike N8YO, you need to watch the stream from the beginning. That is your penalty for showing up late. And hopefully we'll get you on field day on 6 meters, because that's one of our goals, to get on 6 meters. Gentlemen, this has been great and awesome, and I loved every minute of it. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go forth and conquer. Say bye. Bye.
73.
Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You can support me on Patreon. There is a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.